Hello and welcome to LinkedIn Live. We are especially excited about being here in December on Offsite Dirt with our amazing panel of experts. Today, we are kind of reflecting back to 2023 and some of our victories, what has happened in the industry, and really kind of giving you all the goodness for 2023, and especially really starting off 2024 with a bang and looking for amazing projects, updates, and everything else from our panels. And so we're going to start with Edie over at B Public Prefab, and then we're going to run through the rest of our guests to try to tell you what they did, what has happened, and maybe some of the impact that they made this past year. Edie, take it away.
Thanks, Audrey. So glad to be here on Offsite Dirt. It has been an incredible year for us, I think, for the whole sector, but B Public has really grown this year, 2023. Gosh, it's a long list. I think the highlights, of course, we started our own manufacturing. This company launched in 2019 with lots of really amazing manufacturing partners. And this year we added our own facility here in New Mexico, which is incredible because, of course, we're producing for the Rockies and able to ship to Colorado and Utah and Arizona and all around New Mexico. But it's also allowed us to have our own R&D facility, but it's also our training facility. So we hosted 3 builder installer trainings, which was a brand new program that we created, bespoke curriculum, and did that, and huge, wonderful success. And now we get to see all the builders we've trained put up gorgeous houses all over. So that's been amazing this year. We have definitely expanded our network, and because we serve the passive house community, we've been a participants in a lot of webinars and panels and conferences, but we've really pushed past or into sort of mainstream building where people are now really interested in engaging in prefab and offsite, but also high performance. So we just sort of blew through that, and I think a lot of that started at IBS in Las Vegas in February, which we'll do again next year. So I hope to see everybody at IBS in February. And then just this week, we've got 3 brand new homes under construction, again, with folks that we've trained. And we launched a brand new program where we're doing signature architect design. So we're launching that with Hereabouts based in Brooklyn, New York, and you can buy her beautiful plans direct and then build it with B Public. So look for more of that in 2024. Really exciting architects coming up along with that, but we're going to release 4 more house plans with Whereabouts, or with Hereabouts, sorry. So just a lot. And it seems like we're in 2024 already. So it has been an amazing year at Offsite Dirt. So Audrey, I will end my wrap up with saying this community that you've created here in this group and all of the amazing followers and contacts that you have, you're really shifting the industry, and you're educating and you're connecting all of us to such positivity in the work that we do. So thank you to you.
Aw, thanks, Edie. And it is us. It's all about us and how we can expand and explore and know that we can start moving the needle into amazing builds of what you're creating and these sustainable structures and just these amazing things that we're doing. And people are finally seeing the light, as I like to say. So with that, we're going to go to Joe Kanapaki, and he's going to kind of give us some of his updates or great things that have happened in 2023.
Thanks, Audrey, and thanks for all the crew for their support at Offsite Dirt. We're Joe with Insight Property Services. We're a full-service building consulting company here in the Chicagoland area. So 2023 has been a big year for workforce development training. So we've some of the local utilities have sponsored workforce training programs that we've been doing the trainings for, BPI certification training, how to take existing homes and make them better, make them higher performance homes. Energy audits in general have been up. So the Inflation Reduction Act has kind of brought to the forefront people's consciousness about the fact that if you want to make your home better in a material way, it starts with getting a comprehensive energy audit done on the home, and having that program start the discussion led to a lot of folks reaching out to us and looking for guidance in trying to make their homes higher performing, trying to decarbonize their homes, what's the logical way to incorporate, electric solar, to the house. So it's been a busy year, and we are on the verge of releasing some online training to help us, because coordinating folks at a particular location has been tough. And so, being able to kind of asynchronously, deliver that training to folks is going to be a huge step for us. So very excited about making that, bringing that prime time. So yeah, and in fact, right now I'm in the airport going to New Jersey to continue spreading the knowledge with the weatherization contractors out there. So it's been a good busy year.
Love that. Busy is good. And it seems like all of us are really kind of seeing that. We have Sean from Canada. Sean, how are things going out there? You've been doing a ton of travel, and I feel like you've been in many different parts of the world lately.
Yeah, no, it's been an exciting, I'd say Q4. And don't mind the rain. Vancouver is having a lovely atmospheric river. So we talk about that climate emergency and dealing with things, the rainfall that we'll get today. Again, it's Vancouver, so it does rain a lot, but today it's a lot. So don't mind the pitter patter. Just feel bad for me when I step out and pretty much will have an instant shower. So that being said, I got to see a lot of smiley faces that are here today, as I was in Houston for the Passive House conference, FIASCon, and then a month before that, I got to be in Denver. So some great Passive House knowledge, great to see friends, because as much as, we've been in Zoom and seeing people over the years, it's nice to give people hugs, talk stories, have a beverage of sorts, and just really just connect. And again, it's amazing that online platform has opened our borders in so many different ways to meet so many great people, but it's nice to collaborate and see people, and it's been pretty exciting with that. One of the big things I've kind of taken away from FIASCon was just this notion of high performance, and the fact that some people might not get Passive House, they might not like the name, and so you might hear more of me talking about Stealth Passive House, where a good friend Michael Ingwe, really talks about the Passive House benefits. And he's always, worked with that approach when he's talking with clients. And so, yeah, sometimes when I really want people to own a Passive House, if they don't quite understand that language, or maybe, the metrics or all of that nerdy building science stuff that I love, that we can just slide it right in there. So you're going to get shelter, which all humans love and need, but we want to have good shelter, high performance shelter with all the benefits of comfort and health and energy efficiency, all those great things. And so, being able to get it past people that at the end of the day, they just want affordable shelter, but they should be able to have high performance shelter. So that's a little bit of a takeaway of just the language we need to use as we're growing the market and tackling new areas, and people that might not want to learn about building science. And as I said, they just want shelter. They want to be able to afford it. And so if we're able to work through the training, and this is what's great about all the work that people on the channel today here are doing, is if we're able to grow and train people, understand how to do it, and it'll just become the standard. And we're lucky here in Vancouver, in British Columbia, where our BC Energy step code has jumped up to step 3. So we're building about 40 to 50% more energy efficient than code about 7 years ago, and we're well on our way to 2032, which is when we will be building to the Passive House standard. So it's nice to have policy in place, and people moving things forward, people moving through some of those educational hurdles, so that we can all be building high performance, and we all just know how to make our buildings airtight. We all know how to put sweaters on them all and make sure they've got great windows and doors, got fresh air machines, and dealing with all of crazy things like thermal bridges. So it's been a lot of fun. And usually December, just kind of a bit of wrap up, usually December, I probably spend too much time celebrating this year. Well, we're working with our good friend Mark. He really said that December should be a planning month. Well, I've got my 2024 planned out. I've got my calendar on the wall, 365 days out, mapped out. They're all color coded. So I'm ready to now execute the plan for 2024.
Amen. I know you are like the most organized dude I think I've ever met, Sean. And honestly, it's crazy how good you are with the calendar, and building up our events calendar has been amazing with all of your input. So we're going to slide right over to Cy with Uber Green Spaces. And if you don't see him much, it's because he's been doing a lot of projects. What's been exciting in your land? Tell us about it, Cy.
A lot, Audrey. Obviously, being a part of Offsite Dirt now, I think it's maybe been a couple months. So just loving the community, loving everyone on here, and excited about what everyone is doing. It certainly makes me feel not alone in the arena, because when I started the company in 2006, Uber Green Spaces, in Louisville, Kentucky, it was very much on an island. And then, we started our office in Houston, Texas in 2014 or 13. And so still on an island. So Midwest and South has been behind a bit. And, in order to be able to practice high performance building and design in residential and in commercial, we had to also self-perform our work. And so we started training our folks very early on. I think in 2012, we started self-performing our work: air barriers, water barriers, vapor control layers, insulated concrete forms, installing all the high performance windows and doors, ERVs. So all these things we were doing in-house because no one really could do it, or we had to pay a commercial contractor to do that on residential work. So that was not cost effective, but it was great for us. We were able to do a lot of things to prove, train ourselves, and be able to show people that it's possible, because most people don't really believe something unless they actually see it and touch it and feel it and smell it. And we felt very strongly that we had to put a real product out there. But one in a manner that was implementing best design and best building practices. And that's where, we found Passive House many years ago. I became a CPHC and CPHB. And we also, this is even like as early as when Lead for Homes pilot program came out. That was kind of the first thing we found. But it's just awesome to see where things are going. And we're very optimistic about the future. This year has been a wonderful year for us in the sense that we've really expanded our services to the industry, to our other colleagues, designers and subcontractors and builders and GCs. So, at VSCon that Sean was mentioning, we let people know that we're offering high performance building services as CPHC services, CPHB consulting, and also as a high performance trade contractor, because we've been approached many times. We're approached a lot, and we go into a different role on different project teams. And so we're going to finish up all of our start to finish projects and only be a high performance trade contractor for any team that needs us. In climate zones 2 through 6, we travel everywhere. And even if we get out of climate zone 1 or even higher where Sean is, we're game. But we do have a lot of CPHC projects that we're doing through WUFI and certifying them all around the country for different project teams. Where also we were building and prefabricating our own walls just for ourselves, our prefabricated walls off-site. And then we started offering them to the public a couple years ago. So that's been a wonderful addition to the services we offer for people. And we just make them custom to whatever design they want. And a lot of times it is hard to find that for single family. But we'll work with a design team, with their architects and the builder and the homeowners, to come up with what would work specifically for the climate zone, run it through WUFI and do it the way that their trades are used to doing it in their areas. Another exciting thing, 2018-19, myself and my 3 partners, James, Chris, and Tarek, started a development company, Reland Group. And this year we were awarded $31 million in low-income housing tax credits to build 233 affordable certified passive house units in Louisville, Kentucky. And there's also a commercial / retail ground floor area space there as well for the community. We approached it in a certain way that not a lot of people approach with placemaking and place keeping initiatives, where we have a community-led design development, which informed with the community and a community advisory board. And so Uber Green's going to be doing all of the wall panels for that project, and also performing the insulated concrete form walls. We're looking at manufacturers that will work with us to install the window frames and then do the glazing units in the field. So we could send out the panels with the window frames, and we're also looking at we may be doing, depending on the type of fresh air systems, we may also be installing all those, and so it's very exciting, because we're going to be hiring a lot of folks from that community itself, and just expanding the high performance building and design knowledge out there, which we really need in the Midwest and in the South. And it's looking brighter 2024. Hopefully those will be online towards the end of that year. And we have some other really awesome high performance building projects around that site, like warehouses that we're working on, office buildings, and schools. And so a lot more to come in the future here.
Wow, amazing. I knew you were busy. I knew it. Congratulations. That's really phenomenal. I'm so happy to hear about all your success, and especially feeding anything that we can do to help the homeless, and really creating better building for people to live in and to strive in. It's phenomenal. So I'm so happy, and congratulations again. It's going to be a great year come 2024 for us. We can't wait to see your projects get started and take off, because it's going to be amazing.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all the support, Audrey.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Mark Willie, the traveling Mark Willie, what has been exciting for you, Mark, in 2023?
Hey, Mark, should I talk for you? Or are you going to unmute?
Hey,
Oh,
there's a microphone with a red line on it. So there we go. All right, 2023. Great to see everyone smile. Right now I see Edie's. I just saw Audrey's. All the folks, the Safi. I tell you, it's been interesting bumping into different towns, different cities, different states, different regions. It's a reminder of lessons learned. And the lesson I continue to learn, right? Maybe it's because I'm hard-headed, but I continue to learn the shortcomings of our standard code systems, the shortcoming of our site builds. So for me, it's a lessons relearned and a lessons relearned, because it's still such commonplace. And I got to jump off the offsite vibe and the passive house vibe that I'm enjoying so much, to remember that the folks in the room still think we're strangers in strange lands. And, like, it's quite amazing how continual it is. And all of us have different leaders and mentors that allow us to wear the shoes that we wear. And to me, the person that said it best said precision equals performance, right? And that's Jerry from Integra. God bless him and all he's done. And that's the saying that echoes in my head when I'm trying to be patient with the conversation of, well, that's not how we do it. We're not used to that. And so I'm reminded of that. And I guess it's pretty epic to be able to run into Colorado, to hop on a bus and go see amazing projects and have, 60 of us pointing out the arrow barrier on the end of a staple of a membrane coated wall, or going down to Houston where they're actually removing the WRB on a roof because it was not meeting the air barrier strategies, and having 80 passive house enthusiasts combing through those details together. I would like to see that 80 be 800, be 8,000, be 80,000, be 800,000, be 8 million, right, Mr. 10X? And I tell you, I couldn't be more pleased with the growth though of the offsite conversations, with the high performance build conversations, and with what's going on in marketplace and passive house alike. So these event calendars, we talk about them weekly. We see them on LinkedIn when Audrey puts up a post. We see them on Instagram when Cy smiles at the camera. All the folks putting this stuff out there, bless your hearts, because you're megaphones, and it keeps us grounded. It keeps us marching forward.
Well said, Mark. Thank you so much for sharing that. I always love your insight because you take the professional, you bring it into the personal, and then we're back into the professional. It's always so lovely. You always speak so eloquently, and we couldn't do all of this without you. You are a massive, massive connector. I don't know anyone that does what you do, not to mention where you travel, who you support, and you're always this smiling, happy, gracious, charismatic person that really cares about the industry. So we thank you for all of your hard work and what you've done. And now we get to talk to Sneha, and she talks about lean manufacturing. How badass is that? She's had Frame Cat on. She just brings these amazing individuals to her lean manufacturing show. Sneha, how was 2023 for you?
First of all, I would like to say that the community that we have built here at Offsite Dirt, I always start with it, but I cannot say it enough, I would say, is has together like just helped me grow my community in this whole industry of modular and prefab. So Audrey, thank you for bringing me in and actually letting me sit on this table of wonderful experts who are always willing to help. I've spoken to people here one-on-one. They've always been willing to just, chime in, help, connect, share. That's what the communities are about. That's what we are doing. And I'm so proud of myself actually to be part of this community. So thank you for doing what you're doing. And thank you all for just being amazing individuals. For me, this year has been great. It was a bumpy road, I would say, somewhere in the middle, but then things really started coming back up. So I was able to work with some prefabrication manufacturers and modular builders, which was amazing. Like last quarter, I was on site helping and consulting with a modular company, showing them ways on why lean is important, doing their assessment, understanding what can be done, what can be those small changes that can be done to take them from where they are today to actually leaps of efficiency gains that they could if they implemented some basic changes. And not everything is about implementation of technology. There are some basic changes that you need to make before you just top it off with technology so it can run better business for you. So just being on site, actually, getting your hands dirty, rolling your sleeves on the floor, like having, seeing the modular build happen was great. Got to attend some great conferences. It started from January where I met Edie firsthand. We had no idea we will be seeing each other in December. Like we'll be part of this community by December. So glad that happened. And my show is running great. Thank you, Audrey, for constantly helping month over month. I have brought very, very diverse guests on the show. Mostly, of course, my goal is talk about lean, because lean is definitely a concept that needs to be, I would say, needs to be understood more on why it's important, especially for modular and prefab manufacturers, and how they could gain from this concept that has been used by the manufacturing industry for years now. And construction, being a $1 trillion industry, can do so much more. We are not only being more sustainable by going modular and prefab offsite, we could also be more efficient and actually run a profitable business by doing by this concept. So just bringing lean leaders from different parts of the industry that they are part of has just helped me learn so much more. I am also the part of board member for LCI, Lean Construction Institute, here in Orange County. So that's been great, just connecting with more construction professionals. Some very important topics that came to my attention, especially talking about mental health in construction, that hasn't been spoken much about. Why, what's happening on that side? What are we doing? Has leadership taken really ownership to improve that state? So some really sensitive topics coming to forefront while I interview these leaders, which are like important topics, but aren't very talked about in the industry, sadly, but should be. And I'm hoping that I would be able to write more and probably bring more of these topics also while I talk about lean. One of my article that was published by Offsite Builder, I'm sure you all are aware of the magazine, on circular use of circular supply chain to actually move in the direction of modular and offsite, was really popular. I got some really amazing views and reads and comments and reach outs after that. So that was definitely a success, and good to see that people were interested and taking time to actually read it. Audrey, your connections, your posts have been awesome. I've been connecting to so many great people. I've told you firsthand, just by you sharing more about them and their companies. So yeah, tons happened. I think I've made good progress from where I was in January to where I am in December. I already have my episodes lined up for the next 2 months. So I'm excited about that. Some good client meets, and I'm really hoping that I get to meet you all in person. That's my goal next year in 2024. Edie, you're closer than you can be. I should be able to just go do a site visit. Sean, hopefully if you're on this side of the world, hopefully I'll see you. I don't have any plans for Canada, but you never know, maybe I will. And Audrey, well, we will meet for sure. I do have plans to come that side. And if I'm here in SoCal, if you all are here on this side of the world ever, trust me, I'll drive 3 hours to come see you. I am always happy.
I love that. Yes, we all need to be connected. We all do these things virtually because we're all over the world, basically, it seems like, doing projects. And so it makes it fun, right? It makes it exciting, and love the collaboration. I couldn't agree with you more, Sneha. This group is really special. And fortunately for us, we have a special guest for the closing of 2023, and we are going to bring on Aaron Jones with Big Dog Construction. We were lucky enough to actually contribute to this amazing focus and awareness that he brought for flashing detail on homes. And so, Aaron, tell us what has happened for you in 2023, and welcome to Offsite Dirt. We're so happy you're here with our experts today.
Is he frozen? Oh no.
Okay, everybody freeze. Everybody be Aaron.
Yeah.
Come on, Aaron, you can do it. You can do it. There he is. Yes. Okay. You just have to unmute and you're ready to go.
That's it.
It's going to happen. I just feel it. I know he's going to come back. Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Don't leave us now.
Say he normally doesn't have the Wi-Fi problems, but maybe he's got fun weather happening on the East Coast as well. So
you just never know. While we're waiting for him, there's a couple of other people.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. every time I tried to do something, I think I had to get rid of the Wi-Fi. I had to go back cellular. So anyways, somebody catch me up real quick.
2023, what was some of the amazing victories that Big Dog Construction had?
Oh, we had some pretty killer blower door numbers. For anybody who isn't following along or hasn't been following along any of our builds, we're building high performance on a budget. So we don't have European windows. We're using we are using stuff like Sega Myrex, and we're using zip panels, but stuff that's readily available to just about anyone now. So it's it's not beyond anyone's reach. We're literally like building this close to passive. A little more insulation and we'd be there. So it's, it just goes to show that if you want to, anyone can do it, because it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. And we've proved it a couple times now. So that's my big win, is like anyone can do it. I proved it.
I love that. And Aaron, do you want to just give us a little update about Flash Me and why you guys created that and what's so spectacular about it? It was this year the third year?
This was the third annual International Flashing Awareness Day. International Flashing Awareness Day is a day that Gina and I created just because we were tired of fixing rot. Stupid stuff that could have been easily avoided with 5 cents of tape. That's a slight exaggeration. It might have been $1.50 of tape, but literally $15 worth of material, a half hour worth of time, could have saved many buildings tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. And it's not just buildings I've personally fixed. It's buildings a lot of people have fixed, and it's not a new problem. And just to help spread some education about, proper flashing techniques, things we should be doing. And again, stuff that's not hard, but you can't know what you don't know. And just to help spread that little bit of education and awareness to, sort of highlight a problem area we have in the building industry, and hopefully work on removing it from the problem list. And it'll be sort of a highlight of flashings. And everybody's just going to start pointing to their wonderful flashing details.
Yeah, you and Gina have done an amazing, amazing job. And we were so proud and happy to be a part of it this year. So thank you for Offsite Dirt to be there with you.
I was just going to say thank you very much for helping us out, Audrey. It wouldn't have, logistically, you guys really came in a pinch and helped us out. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm so happy that you were there. And thank you for joining us as our guest today, our special guest for 2023. There are a couple of people that I also want to thank on our team. Unfortunately, they're on projects and they couldn't join us. I'd like to thank Karen Benner, who has done some amazing stories on offsite construction. She actually got to bring a team out to an offsite factory. She also did a story with Green Builder magazine. Phenomenal story. Anthony Goudet was with us. He's a developer builder and uses offsite solutions in California. He has been killing it on project and multifamily projects, not only investing in them, but also creating them and building them with those solutions. And then lastly, we love Adam White. He is in the UK, and Adam really has this amazing program that he has built in the UK. And there's going to be some great stories that are going to come from him coming up. Another couple of things that I just want to mention, we have a new contributor that's going to be coming on board. We'll probably be meeting with him quarterly, but we're going to bring John Fay with Latacube from the Rocky Mountain region. We have decided that we're going to kind of give quarterly updates as what's going on in Colorado, what he's seeing in the marketplace. And one of the effective things that we're really trying to reach for is how do we resolve the solutions for homelessness, and what can we do to contribute to it, and how can we help? So he's going to be a new addition to our our team, which is coming up. Also this year, we did something a little bit more unique. We were really looking at the business aspect and how we can actually help all business owners. So we brought Caitlin from Caitlin Designs, Caitlin Slocum Designs, and she did a webinar on building a website and how do you make it effective and being able to allow it to work for you. So make sure you look at Offsite Dirt for that. We also did another marketing opportunity with marketing versus branding with Bridget from Bridget Brands. And all of this has been an amazing year with the support of Wesco. Wesco has been a leader in supply chain. They have been a leader in distribution, and we couldn't thank them enough for the support they constantly give Offsite Dirt. Kent Anderson, Jackie, Lauren, Kelly, all of your team has been phenomenal to work with, and we couldn't do it without you. So Wesco, you get a big cheers for us for 2023. You have been a phenomenal partner of ours. And just so we know, and kind of looking at 2024, Offsite Dirt is really going to start expanding into the global market. We have some friends with Mark. Mark and I did an interview with some friends from Australia. Just recently, we posted a product from South Africa that is using a panelized program with these plastic molds. Make sure to check that out. We also have talked to people in the Netherlands and South Asia. So just be aware, we are going to be bringing global products to you, global businesses, and really starting to find out not only what's going on in Canada and the US, but we're going to start finding out what's going on in Europe. We're going to start finding out additionally what's happening in the UK. This world is so large, and yet we're so small in our understanding of offsite solutions. And now we have the opportunity to actually build those relationships. And that is super important. Our unified system of communication and being able to bring not only these amazing experts, but having the conversation with other ones that are making great and thriving into great new ventures with building and building technique, high performance, passive house design, offsite solution, new factories that are going up. We want to be that voice, and we want to bring that to you. So I'm Audrey Grabesic. I am so proud to be amongst these amazing individuals. These people are ideally not only so well versed in their own construction businesses, but they're also amazing humans. And I always pinch myself at how blessed I am to have each one of them on our team and to help give you the information that they provide, because without them, change wouldn't happen. And so for all of you on our team, I am truly grateful. We wish all of you the happiest of holidays. We hope that the new year brings some amazing projects. Don't forget to like us on Offsite Dirt. Don't forget to like us on YouTube and LinkedIn. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear from you. So don't forget to connect. We're all here to grow and to build for a greater world. So thank you again for being here on Offsite Dirt, and thank you to my team for being so amazing.